Hello, parents and viewers. Welcome to Common Core and Gifted Learning. This is Sneha. Today, I have come up with a topic regarding parents who are suffering from a chronic illness or having more sick days. Often, I feel like parents have a hard time talking to their kids and opening up about their sickness if they have some kind of a disease they're suffering from, or why their lifestyle is different compared to other parents. Why can't they be active on all days? So personally, I have a chronic illness and disease, so I can connect very well that how often this kind of topics are very difficult to explain to kids. So I have some tips as well as some resources to share with you in case it comes in handy. I'll walk you through the slides I have made. So let's jump in. Explaining chronic illness to kids. First is, how will you explain your condition to your child? I often stress that use simple languages, because most of the time, like even like small words like chronic and disease, they don't know the difference between sickness and a disease, or a chronic disease versus like chronic illness versus a sick day. So just try to keep it simple as possible. Next advice is, you might tell them that like how pain looks like or feels like, because they always have been so dependent on visual cues. You have to explain to them what pain is. Like, pain is an invisible, like it's a wind, cold, or heat, and even though nobody can see it, they can still feel it. So first explaining to them what pain feels like, and because their pain is very different than a chronic pain. When you have a chronic pain, how you feel, there is nobody who can feel if they have not gone through it. So it's very much possible that they can get confused with their pains and burns from the regular cuts compared to a chronic body pain. Next is, if you're unable to fulfill a promise due to your condition, apologize and explain that your condition makes it hard to be active. This is very important for their emotional well-being, because often I feel like there is a misunderstanding between kids and parents regarding the situation, because they think like you are probably trying to do a delay tactic with them when you can't fulfill their promise, and you feel guilty about it. So this is very important. Like, try to apologize and explain your condition and it's the reason, and be truthful about it. As I was saying, make sure they understand that it is not their fault, because often I have seen kids think that, mommy is inactive because it's their fault, and they start feeling guilty about it, and it kind of piles on their, emotional well-being. So it's very important that you take the minimal time, or at least, ask your spouse to explain to them when you can't, that, what's going on. It's very important to talk to them and have the conversation. I have some tips for Painy Day fun. Like, I generally use these tips. It's about relaxing activities you can do at home with your child if you are not totally bedridden or having a flare. So first thing is, read or color together, being age appropriate activities. Play Simon Says, I Spy, or board games. I use personally a lot of Brain Vita, like those marble games, and I use not tic-tac-toe, it's the tic-tac-toe also we play, but my favorite is like Connect 4. I think it's everybody's favorite. So some board games, and then if you are not in a mood to in a board game, and you just want to cuddle under a blanket and feel like you are having a very bad day or a very difficult day, just name it as a party. That's what I do. It can be a movie and popcorn party, pajama party, tea party, or just because mommy is sick party. So just trying to make the environment a little bit lighter in terms of the heaviness of the day, because kids often get like really scared, and sometimes like they have mixed feelings. So if you're light and if you're talking to them, and sometimes if you're in such a deep pain, like on some days I can't even put up a smile, fake smile on the face. So those are the days I generally opt for the party option. Age appropriate work. Age appropriate work, it is all about making your child feel important and special by letting him or her help pick and organize toys, Clean surfaces with baby wipes or spray bottle filled with water. This not only keeps them occupied but also helps you with the chores, as well as like they feel like a sense of responsibility and belonging, like they can help in some way, because most of the times the insecurity and the helplessness leads to all the emotional tantrums and turmoil on a difficult day when the mommy is not available. They need to understand first of all why they are not available, and it's a legit reason, and these are the ways to cope. Help set the table, put away dishes, load, unload, and even fold laundry. These are some of the stuffs you can do, obviously, depending on the age. And then be sure to reward your child well with hugs, kisses, thank yous, and special treats if you can get up from bed. So, or at least, keep like a reward box or something where they can go and pick up something for themselves. This gives them motivation to work for you on the days like where you are like a little bit down and need help. And this is of course for the younger kids, and you need to know when to unplug. Once they're older, I generally like they understand, and they often like try to do it on your own. Like once on the days when I don't feel good, there are days sometimes my kid just often comes and just combs my hair, do the little things which otherwise would have been like bringing water to me on my bedside. So it gets easier when you start this from a very early age. Safety. So for safety, first thing is keep all medications out of reach of your kids, which is like untold basic. But over here I feel like in US like they have like a very good medicine bottles which can't be opened and childproof. But kids are so smart nowadays. Like my kid like always like found the medicines and used to take them. I think personally I had a big problem with this, because none of the bottles were really childproof for my kid at least. So he could open all types of bottles, all types of locks, everything. So I had a very hard time problem with this. So if you are one of those moms who have a hard time problem with this, I recommend like those small safes you have with like number codes. Just put it there, because it becomes like a big problem when they get curious and try to open, because they try to mimic their mom. There is a phase where they mimic their parents, and in that process when they see you every night taking medicine or every day taking medicines, they will just go in and try to do the same thing, and they will attempt this. So this is one part I really get scared of. So I always keep telling parents like keep all your medications out of reach in whatever way you can. The second point is discuss why medication is dangerous and tell your child immediately if any medication is there where it shouldn't be. This is about those brain fog days where you can't remember where you have kept your stuff, or the things are lying here and there. So always tell your child that instead of telling them like you should not have this, because that increases their curiosity, especially with older kids. You can always tell them like help mom to put the medications back in place. So you are responsible, and you are my like pharmacist or helper who will actually take care of my medications, and please tell mommy that if the medication is not in the place, just to remind me to keep it back in place. So like a role change. This is more for like opinionated and curious kids. So this is one of the things I used to apply in my daily life. So there are some books I have found on chronic illness that can help understand kids who are not familiar with their mom's or parents' diseases. So this two books is about chronic illness and people with fibromyalgia and autoimmune disease. I personally use these two books to explain to my child, because I have autoimmune problem. So the first one is Why Does Mommy Hurt? It's by Elizabeth M. Christie. And the second book is really good. It's Mommy Has Lupus. It's by Aujia Wood Russell. And both are there on Amazon. You can they have Kindle versions too, I'm guessing. I'll put the links obviously in the description box for easy access. And similar books I have found on like breast cancers and cancer. It's about BK's Mommy Has Breast Cancer. It's by Marquita Goodluck. And Mommy Has a Boo Boo. It explains breast cancer to children, and it's written by Meryl Greenberg. And these books are also out there with Kindle version. So in case you want like immediate access, they're available. And this is not a paid promotion, and these are just what helped me, just to mention. And I have some custom book resources, because I feel most of the books are very canned, like they have like a format of their own, and the symptoms are so varied with parents who suffer from like any illness. So these are the two resources I have found where you can make your own book with your own pictures. For kids who know how to read, I would recommend storyjumper.com. You just need a Google account and it's free. You make your own story and social book to explain your condition, which are very apt for you in a sense, if you have a particular flare and what are your symptoms, like you have a hives breakout, or you do like you kind of starts throwing up, those things you can like explain, because if they know it from before, it helps them to be prepared from beforehand. They don't get scared. So I feel like if the books are obviously sometimes they tell why mommy is in pain, but they don't tell why mommy is pain, because they don't want to make it very they don't want to make it very particular case related thing, so they want to make it more generalized. So this book resource of storyjumper.com will actually help you to customize your own book with your own ailments and your own symptoms. And for kids who are not in the reading age and they're more visual, I really like doodly.com. You can make your own doodles like the way you want when on a sick day, when you're just lying down and taking rest, and then you're good to go. And as your symptoms change, the best part is like you can change those books, or you can change your doodles according to your symptoms. Like if it is increasing, your symptoms are increasing, or mom is a little bit better, and with age appropriate also. So these are the two mostly I switch on after I start with like regular available books. I custom my own books if I have to explain to him something. Mostly I feel like parents who have like this kind of illness or chronic illness, they get the best of the kids eventually, and you might not need this kind of books later on, but this is just to give them a head start. And eventually conversations are the best. That's what I recommend. And if they have any particular doubts or something, they can always look it up themselves. They're pretty self-sufficient. We get the best of the kids, I feel, and understanding kids. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment, and I will be reading aloud one autoimmune book just in case it helps anybody out there, and that will be the second part of this video. So please stay tuned, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.